Good googly moogly. That ass is juicy. Here comes Sage. Hello, crusty crew. Say hi, CG. Look at the camera. She don't care about none of that. So welcome back to Glorious Mess, y'all. We have a little bit of a new setup here. It's in the same space, just a different angle. But if you're new here, this is a podcast, or Glorious Mess is a podcast about faith growth and figuring life out as we go. And if you have been around here before, you've noticed that it's been a bit quiet. She's been a little quiet. And there are a few reasons for that, which is why I kind of wanted to record today and kind of get into some of those reasons why I have been MIA. Maybe it hasn't been as noticeable on Instagram for some of you all, but for a good amount of my people who interact with me often, they're like, "Girl, what happened? Like, is Glorious Mess still a thing? Are you a YouTuber now?" And we can actually get into those questions in a different video. But I just wanted to make a very quick video to give you all some insight into what's been going on in my life, and figure out, like, maybe there's something that I'm sharing in this video that you're interested in, that you may be going through as well, that you want to hear about how I've gotten through it, or maybe I want to hear about how you've gotten through it. Maybe we can collab. You never know. You never know. But like I said, I have my iPad here to help me stay on topic, to help me with time, because I really don't want this video to be too long. So I'm trying to give each section like 5 minutes or so. But y'all know how that goes. I'm very long-winded. So we will see. We will see. So the first thing I want to talk about is, child, where have I been? Where have I been? I think the last video that I posted was in December of last year, 2025. I'm 27 now, Divine 27, Big 27. And yeah, I haven't been around. And part of that is because life has been lifing, y'all. Life has been lifing. And I mean that in the general sense. There are a few components or areas of my life where I've had to really call on God and strengthen my faith, because if I didn't have that faith, I don't know how I would have gotten through it. Did y'all hear this girl over here doing the most? I don't even know if y'all can see her. But and obviously I have a new addition to my family. A lot of stuff is going on. So I'll start with like my birthday, because I think that's the last thing that you all saw on Instagram, on Glorious Mess, and on my personal page. I turned 27 this year, big 27. I'm getting old as fuck. I'm gonna bleep that out. I'm getting old as fuck, okay? And I I don't know, 27 this year, it felt very different than when I turned 26 last year. 26, I was supposed to go to Trinidad, ended up having to cancel my trip, but had a really great community of people and friends here who supported me and still wanted to celebrate my birthday. So I had a fete at my friend's house. It was very cute, very intimate, and I had a really great time for my birthday last year. And for this year, I really just felt like I didn't want to do too much. And things kind of just fell in my lap. I ended up going to see Porgy and Bess at the Met Opera, which are two things that I absolutely adore. I love going to the theater, darling. And I also love Porgy and Bess. I've been obsessed with Porgy and Bess in the story and just Black art and cinema for as long as I can remember. It was one of the first musicals I watched when I was a child, outside of, like, the staples, Mimi and St. Louis, Hairspray, those things. But it was a staple for me. And I remember seeing Sidney Poitier and, oh my gosh, I'm seeing her face in my mind, but I want to say Lena Horne. It's not Lena Horne. Dorothy Dandridge. And I used to love Dorothy Dandridge. And I recently found out some off topic. We're getting off topic. See, reeling it back in. But I really enjoyed myself, and I was able to just be with my best friend, made some new friends, allowed the night to take me wherever it was going to take me. And it was just a day trip to New York, came back and hosted a fitness class for some of my gal pals, which is, I feel like my birthday this year really embodied who I am and who I'm becoming, the direction that I'm going in, because I didn't want to go to the club. I didn't want to party. I didn't really want to drink too much. Like, I kind of just wanted to enjoy experiences and be around people that I love, which is always the number one thing for me, is being around people that I love. But, you know, I can definitely see how I'm maturing based on this. So, yeah, I had a birthday January 23rd. Shout out to all the 23 babies. Shout out to all the Aquarius. Bup, bup, bup. Um, so in addition to that, I haven't really shared with a lot of people. My father, well, a lot of people already know that my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer years ago when I was in high school, and she's been in remission for a good amount of years now. Shout out to God. But my father recently was diagnosed with prostate cancer and had to do 12 weeks worth of radiation. Um, and this calls for another video as well, but I'm very shy about my vulnerability, even when it comes to family. There are times when it's just me at my house by myself and I still don't feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable, which is a deeper conversation, obviously. But it's definitely when my family or my parents especially go through like medical scares or anything like that, it impacts me, but I don't really allow the impact to show on my face or show on my actions. And I think this time was not different at all. um, I had full faith that my father would be okay, and so I didn't really move like pre-grieving him or being like, oh, I need to make sure I spend as much time with him. Which, I mean, I did start to spend more time with him just because that was one of my goals this year in general, was to be more conscious about spending time with family and continuing to build those relationships because it's so important. But I had full faith my father would be okay, and he got to ring his bell. You can ring my bell, my bell, ring my bell. He rang his bell last Monday, a week from today, or a week last week from today, which was, I think, was May. What day was that? Let's see. I want to say 6, but I don't feel like it's been 10 days. If it was a week ago, it has to be like 9th. Let's see if my math is right, y'all. I haven't taken a math class since my senior year of high school. Oh, I was right. Yes, it was on the 9th. The 9th was the day that he got to ring his bell. So, to anybody who's out there who has family members or loved ones who are experiencing life changing diagnosis, I definitely feel for you. And I'm here for you. I hope that my content, if I do create more content about that part of my life, which I'm still trying to figure out, and you can tell me if that would be helpful for you all, because I'm really here to share other people's experiences mostly. I feel like my videos have been mostly me talking about myself, but getting off topic. But that's something that I've been thinking about. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, my father was diagnosed with prostate cancer. He's cancer free now. He has finished his radiation. I had a birthday, and then I got a dog. She has been. I'm gonna make a whole separate video about this because I've had a dog before, but my dog was significantly different than Sage. His name was Pesto. He was a 4-pound Yorkie Poo. So, and she is a damn near 50-pound Shepherd Pit Bull mix. So, very different, very, very different. Um, but again, I've had a really great community to help me take care of her. So, she's good. She's chilling right here. I am her emotional support animal or emotional support human. So you'll see her around me all the time. She's a Velcro doggy for sure. So I got a new dog, and then also I've been black womaning to the fullest extent, dog. I have been working on some passion projects outside of Glorious Mess that I'm super excited to share with y'all when the time is right. But I'm not sharing nothing right now. I'm not even gonna talk about it no more. But I've been doing that, and I've also been trying to figure out if I want to go back to school. And I think most people my age, especially black women, are like, damn, like, should I go back to school? Do I really need to go back to school? with the economy that we're in, the life that we've grown accustomed to is just a little bit different. Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm actually going to talk about this a little bit more because this is the thing that has been bringing me the most anxiety um, the last few months is trying to determine whether or not I'm going to go get an MBA right now. And spoiler alert,
What did she
I'm
say?
not doing it right now. I don't think it's necessary for me right now. And I'll tell you why. If you want to have a deeper video about it, we can talk about it. But I'll tell you really quick why I've been feeling like I'm not going to get my MBA right now. I graduated from Solomon debt free. I currently have no student loan debt. I'm in a really good place financially, and my job, I do well at my job. Not to say that there's more that I want out of life. I just don't think that the more that I want out of life is connected to me getting an MBA right now. Right now, I really want to work on my passions because in my mind, I don't want to continue to do the work that I do in corporate America right now. Right now, I do strategy tech consulting, and it's not my favorite thing. Like, and I wouldn't say that it's not my favorite thing. I just don't think that the company that I'm with right now is the best fit for the dreams and aspirations that I have for my career, which is fine because it's the first job that I had straight out of college. I've been here 5 years now. So it's about time that I make a transition. And I've been going back and forth with, okay, everyone keeps telling me that I'm young, I am, I'm not single, but I'm not married. I don't have any children. I don't have any dependents other than Sage, really. I have tremendous support. This would be the time for me to go back to school if I really wanted to. But I've been meeting so many different people, and I think that God has been speaking to me through so many different people. And I've really been praying and listening to everything, listening and watching everything that God is telling me or trying to tell me. And I agree with everyone's notion that this is the time where I need to take that leap of faith. But I think I need to take the leap of faith in a different direction because that direction I see things so clearly versus me getting an MBA just feels like money driven. And that's the second point for me. I think right now, my relationship with God and Jesus is just in a much deeper place. And I think my devotionals and me going to church and having different conversations with my friends and just observing the world has definitely made me realize that a lot of my decisions thus far have been driven by money. And I keep saying this, we can go deeper into this. I should put a shirt that says, we can go deeper into this. Anyway, because I don't want this video to be too long, and I can only imagine how long it is already. But I feel like I graduated from college. Before I graduated, I had an internship with. I did not mean to say the company's name. Anyway, I had an internship with them. Eventually, came back another year for another internship, and then they gave me a full time offer the beginning of my senior year. Actually, before I even started my senior year, and I was like, okay, like this is cake. Absolutely, yeah. Like I don't have to worry about shopping around, trying to figure stuff out. We're in the middle of COVID. Like it just felt like divine intervention. Intervention. Like yeah, good job, good pay, no student loan debt, still gonna be in Atlanta. Like everything was just working out for me. And then eventually I got to a place where I'm like, okay, like the money is good, but I've been here for 5 years and I definitely have experienced a lot of growth. I can see it in myself. I can see it outside of my career, outside of my company that I work for. But I'm not happy. I don't love the work that I do. And I don't know if that's too much to ask for at 27, but I don't think it is. I don't love the work that I do. I don't feel motivated to do it. I don't really love the company at all as much as I used to. Like, I think I've just outgrown it. I think I've gotten everything that this company could offer me. And it's time for me to move on. And with that being said, me deciding whether or not I wanted to get an MBA was really driven by money. It was really driven by, okay, everyone keeps telling me if I want to make more money, I need to go get an MBA. But it's like, if I go get an MBA, there's no guarantee that I will have a job coming out of my grad program. And also, who's to say it's going to make me more money than what I'm making now? Because there are people with MBAs who don't make as much as I make now. And there are options for me to, for the company that I work for now to currently pay. Oh, okay, the company that I work for currently to pay for my MBA program, but I will have to come back for 2 years under contract. And yeah, I would be making more money, but I just feel like I would still be stuck. I would still be stuck in a place where I don't feel motivated, where I'm not enthusiastic about getting up and doing my work every day. And granted, I know that nobody wants to work every single day of their lives, but there are so many things and so many passions that I have that I wake up and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to do this. I can't wait to make this impact. And I don't feel that way at my job. And there is no amount of money that would make me feel that way working at my job. They could give me $600,000 and I would still feel like this at my job. And I would much rather spend the time growing my own business, growing my own passions, and taking the pay cut or fuck the pay cut, continuing to give my job the bare minimum or give them exactly what I need to continue to maintain my employment and do that as opposed to spending 4 years of my life chasing an extra, what is that, an extra $45,000? No. 4 years of my life, 4 years that I could be building my brand. No, absolutely not. And so that's why I ultimately decided against the MBA right now. Now, that being said, if I do eventually get to a point after I've taken a risk on myself, I've taken a leap of faith, and I've said, I know where I want to do. I'm in a good groove of my own business, of my ownness. I don't know if that's a word. It's not a word. I'm an English major. I was an English major. My ownness. I'm in my world of my ownness. That now I'm like, okay, I could see why getting XY degree would help me in this world. It would help me in my endeavors. It would help me in this business, but I don't feel that way right now. So I'm not doing the MBA. It's not happening. So let's talk a little bit about more of what I've been doing. I've been at the gym. I've been in church. I've been in this Bible. I've been hanging out with my friends a little bit. I've been a little distant from my friends just because I just have so much stuff going on. And I do my best thinking alone. I appreciate my entire community who understands, appreciates me, and embraces me for who I am because not everyone can do that. Not everyone can acknowledge and embrace somebody for who they are if that also means that they're not getting what they want from that person, if that makes sense. Well, at the time. So I appreciate all my friends who've been doing that. I've been reading a lot more. I finished a book earlier this year, started the second one. Also, my aunt just came out with a book not too long ago. I'm gonna leave a picture here. I don't even know if I did that. I don't even know if I have space for this, but I'll take a picture of this here because it's a really good book. I've only read a little bit of it so far. I've been having so much to do with work and with life and with Sage, but I will probably finish it this week. And by the time I post this, I'll be able to tell y'all if it was a good book or not. So yeah. Um, And then finally, let's get into what's next for Glorious Mess, okay? Because y'all haven't seen me in a while. I just came and yapped a whole bunch about life just now. And that's really what this podcast is about. But it's not about me, y'all. Let me make this clear. Because I think that I haven't been doing a good job with telling y'all this. I'm pretty sure I'm blending in with with my couch. I look like I'm on a green screen. Anyway, this podcast is not just about me. I see myself as being a connector of people and stories. And it's just difficult sometimes working around a bunch of people's schedules, trying to get shooting done, trying to get editing done. there's so many layers to it, which I'm sure a lot of y'all already know. Be sure to stay tuned for the next episode because you might be surprised on what it looks like. Who knows? But yeah, it's just not going to be about me, y'all. It's going to be, we're going to hear a lot more about other people's experiences, a lot less from me. There will be some episodes where it's just me talking to you all like I am today. But I really want Glorious Mess to be a platform for people who don't have platforms, a platform for people who have had so many crazy and impactful experiences that can help inform people and inform their decisions and how they want to live their life, because that's how I've done, that's how I've lived my life, is taking experiences from other people and learning from them so that I don't have to make the same mistakes that they did. So that's what this podcast is truly about at its core. And I'm falling, I'm sinking. um, and I just want that to be clear, because, it's a slow start, but it won't always be slow once the engine starts running. I really want my page to be more thoughtful, which is why videos are not going to be coming out, or episodes are not going to be coming out every week, more so like every month. But I'll do a better job with making sure that y'all know the content schedule so that y'all see what's going on. There's more visibility into my process, even maybe. And I'm also on Lent, so I'm not on social media. Kill me. But it's okay. You'll still see this video. We're going to figure it out because that's what we do, Crusty Crew. Yeah, I really appreciate everybody who continuously watches my videos because, as I said earlier, I am not always quick to vulnerability. It's not my nature all the time. And so when I do post these videos or when I post my blogs and I share things with you all, it takes a lot out of me. And so that's why these videos don't come as often. But I appreciate everyone who allows me to get on my platform and talk endlessly about my life and um, and finds it entertaining, because soon comes there'll be more people on here that hopefully you'll be able to learn from. And my main goal for Glorious Mess is for you all to find some comfort and growth. So yeah, I hope that you all have a great whatever day it is when this video drops. And again, know there's more coming for me. And yeah, I appreciate you all the time. Crusty Crew, I'll see you. Deuces. How do y'all like my outfit? I've worn this outfit twice in 2 weeks to go to appointments. I was supposed to have jury duty today, but I can't talk about it. But I wore this to the dentist last week. Somebody was like, "Oh my God, your pants look so comfortable," and they really are. But I'm about to go to the gym